We can do an introduction this time.
No, full send it, dude. Let's jump straight in. Slipknot, Killpop. Let's rip it.
Let's full send.
3,
Full send.
2, 1.
Yeah, see, I'd be out the door right there, dude.
Couldn't even be on set while they're filming these.
Nah. I'm out.
She's sticking needles in her skin. I turn with an ugly grin. Her canvas doesn't leave a lot to fantasy, but her peace of mind can't stay inside the lines. It's so confusing, the methods that she's using. She knows she shouldn't leave a mark that I can see. Will she ever find 1,000,000 of a kind that's cold and lonely? But that's because she told me, lost inside her dirty world, no one hurts this pretty girl but her. Oh, she's beautiful, a little better than a man deserves. You are not inside, please tell me she won't shine. Maybe I should let her go.
That was cool.
She loves me, she loves me. How can I just let her go? Not until she loves me, she loves me.
That is interesting. Everything that's happening. I feel like the music video and the beginning of the song were very dissonant in the sense of like, and it created like this creepy kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But he's clearly, I feel like, talking about a romantic relationship, a very unhealthy one. And this idea of like, there's this moment where he's like, maybe I should let her go. It's like that like voice of reason, that small part of you sometimes when you're in a toxic relationship that's like, oh, maybe this isn't actually good.
Yeah.
But then it quickly goes into, but only when she loves me.
Yeah.
This idea of like, I can only let you go once you have deemed me worthy of love. That's actually what I need. I actually don't need your love. I need to believe that I am worthy of love.
Yep. And real quick, so that is on him, because this is something I just learned. Every event that occurs in your life is neutral. It's your perspective that makes it what it is. Isn't that wild? So like,
Yeah.
so like when you have this, what seems to look like performance-based thing, like, and that's the picture you've painted, really, no matter whatever's outside of that reality, that's all you're like fixated on. And I also think it's kind of neat to mention that the girl has a white side of her face and a black side of her face, maybe like light, like good and bad, or do you know what I mean? So that was something that kind of like, I was like, what's that all about? But that makes sense with the lyrics that you brought up.
Ooh, that's really good. Like there's like, that's also part of what makes being in a toxic relationship so alluring, is because it's not all bad. If it were all bad, you would leave. But there's something, it's giving you something.
Sure.
That's making you stay.
Which is, what was the question that he asked? Maybe I should let her go.
Maybe I should let her go.
You only say maybe if you're not, if there's something that combats that maybe, which is the good stuff. It's like, oh, there's like this bad thing. Maybe I should let her go. But wait a minute, there's all of this other stuff that she gives me, which is, you know, from his performance-based mentality of like, that's what I want from you. I want you to tell me I'm good. So she gives him that. But there's all this toxicity that she's, or he interprets is happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
This is too deep for me on an afternoon. I can't. I gotta go take a nap, dude.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go.
Yep. Moving on.
Thick kid.
It's a thick kid, baby. Wow, dude.
Whoa.
That was
Okay.
wild. That was a wild, heavy ending right there.
Yeah. Okay. We have to go back for a second because where she's climbing up that, it reminds me of in The Dark Knight Rises when Batman, Christian Bale, is climbing up out of the prison. There's something about this that feels like these people are stuck in like this abandoned prison, which is what that mindset of needing to prove your love is. It's literally like a hamster wheel, because even if you get the love from that person, all you have done is prove that you need someone else's validation, which keeps you stuck on this cycle.
Yeah, because it's a never ending process. It doesn't like that person's validation, even if you see it as a form of love, which you probably do, because I would assume that maybe growing up in your childhood, you know, you were treated a similar way. Like if you do your chores and if you get A's and you get this, you were rewarded with love and appreciation, all that stuff. So we carry that on, but it doesn't fill the void of this desire to be loved through performance. And so it's cyclical, like you were saying, right? And it's performance-based life, like which I've had a lot of experience with, performing to get people to love me or to get people to appreciate and respect me. That goes deep, and it can go for a very, very long time unless you heal from that, right?
Yeah.
So
it is like such a thick-walled prison, because all you know about receiving love is that you have to prove that you're worthy of it. And even when you get the thing you think that you want, all you're actually doing is continuing to deepen the belief that in order to feel love, you have to prove that you're worthy of it. You have to like do.
This is the worst part. That never builds. It never amounts to anything. It's not like bricks on a wall. It doesn't build a wall. But the unfortunate part that does is when you fail to perform and you fail to receive that love, that is a brick on top of a brick, on top of a brick, on top of a brick. That shame, the recognition of, hey, I failed. I couldn't get that person to love me. I'm obviously not worthy enough to be loved because I worked so hard to get it. And I failed. I failed myself. I failed that person. And so all of a sudden, this monster just keeps growing and growing, and you keep going on this. You get exhausted. You're just tired and burnt out, and you're like, what the hell? Why am I not getting this love that I should be getting? Why do I feel so empty inside? I'm so tired. I've exhausted my whole life trying to show people that I matter. I must not matter. And it's like, oh no.
Yes.
And that's the wall that they're climbing in this video. It's like, but in Batman, it's like, it's impossible. No one ever does it. No one ever gets there. And it's like, there's got to be a way. So the performance-based way is not the way, right? So
No.
Taylor, what's the way, right? Like, what do we?
There's something about like this line, oh, she's beautiful, a little better than a man deserves. It's like reinforces this belief like, oh, she's beautiful. I see her as something. And so if I can get her to love me, then maybe I'll get the next step on the brick.
Right.
But it never works because of what we're talking about. All it does is continue to deepen this belief that you have to prove. And so we often tell ourselves like, oh, once I have this person or once I achieve this thing, then I'll no longer feel like I'm on the hamster wheel. But the performance was never the problem. The problem is the internal belief that you have to perform in order to be worthy.
When he says, about her being a little bit better than a man deserves, it's like he has made her a trophy. So it's like in this performance-based thing, like it's all in his mind that he has created this, I want love and I want to be loved. And it's like, oh my gosh, that girl is more than what a man, he's kind of put her in this trophy place of like a reward. So if I can get her to say that I'm good, then I am good. And it's like, no, you are already good. You are already worthy of love. You need to love yourself. And all of the things on the outside, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter. And the more that we love ourselves, the better we get to love others and the more love we receive. I say this a lot, but I really, truly believe that we're created for two things, and that's to give love and to receive it. And we can't do that alone. And so when we create this performance-based thing that we think we have to earn it, what's really happening is, because we've created this reality, is that we're giving all this love and we're not actually receiving any love.
Yeah.
We might think we're getting something. It's not whole. And that's because I believe that the love doesn't start on the outside. It starts on the inside.
Yeah. It's like your cup has a hole in it. So when people are giving you love back, because your perception of what love is and what you have to do is and earn it is flawed, your cup has a hole. So the love never stays. It's always getting drained out and you have to keep trying to fill it by performing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exhausting. It's the worst. I did it for a very, very long time and I just burned myself out. And I started to hate people. I started to hate myself. Like I started to like just have this in my mouth like all the time, just so tired of everything.
Yeah. It's so good. And Jake gets the answer. And it's at the end of the song. And let's listen to it again. Okay, that lyric, die and fucking love me.
Yes.
In his song, I believe that he is singing it at someone else, but actually the power of it is if you sing it to yourself. And it's not telling you to die. It's saying, let the cycle of performance-based trying to prove I'm worthy die. Break the walls of this prison. Let the prison die and fucking love me. Be the one who fucking loves me. Like, that's a call to yourself, to love yourself and fill your own cup and start to believe that you're worthy of love.
That's wild.
Yes.
I love that. It's like an anthem.
Yes, it's an anthem. Don't sing it to someone else. Like, we were meant to be together. Like, you and you are meant to be together. You and you are meant to love each other. So let the outside belief that other people are going to fill this in you die.
Yeah.
Let the performance-based hamster wheel, like, get yourself, okay, you are fucking Batman. Climb your way out of the prison. The only way you do that is if you stop this cycle and you start loving yourself.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's love me today, dude. That's it.
Today. And I know it's hard and it's a practice and it takes time, but it starts with your awareness that you are seeking it. And like Jake, you can speak to that of like, you realized that you were seeking love through performance and that awareness gave you power. And that is the first step to breaking through the prison.
And then you create different ways of loving yourself. Going, okay, now you're on this journey of like, well, yeah, I guess I really shouldn't be looking from other people what is in me already. So let's go figure that out. What does that look like? All right, I'm going to start creating healthy boundaries for myself with people and relationships that I have. I'm going to start saying no to people, you know, because performance-based people, a lot of times we have problems saying no. We have problems saying, hey, I'm going to put you over here because that's where you need to be for me to be healthy. Or no, I've got too much going on. Yeah, that's a really great first step at the end of this lyric, and sitting with that, you know?
Yeah.
And I would even encourage people, like, I think journaling is huge. I'll probably say it in any video I ever do with you, Taylor, because it just is a great tool, and everybody mostly has paper and pen at home. Writing the lyrics out, thinking to yourself, just a few questions. Do I have healthy boundaries with other people? Do I love myself? And I know that sounds stupid because naturally the answer is yes, right? Or you'd be quick to say yes. And even if you say no, what are ways I can love myself better, right? And what does that look like? And maybe it's like, hey man, I'm going to put my phone down at 5 o'clock and I'm just not picking that up. And I'm going to spend some time every night just working on myself, or going on a nice walk, or sitting with my best friend, or, you know, talking to a friend or something that gives you love and appreciation and rest and restoration. And through that process, there's, you know, a process, I believe, of transformation. And I don't know, man, like, you deserve it. You know, you've been running around too tired. You're exhausted. You're burnt out. Yeah. You've been on the hamster wheel for so long. It's like, you've got the love, you know, you are loved. You are worthy. You are enough. You don't need to tell anybody and fight and climb up, you know, mountaintops to get there. Like, you already have it, but you need to love you.
Oh gosh, it's so good. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. And you guys can start to do that here. Like, if you relate to what we've been talking about, we're feeling like you're in the prison of this belief that you always have to prove you're worthy of love. Share in the comments by tagging at HeartSupport, and we will encourage you. Jake, if they like using metal music to shift their mindset, what should they do?
They need to subscribe to this channel, because you do this a lot and you have so many great videos of reactions and such great advice. And HeartSupport, it's awesome. You should subscribe.
It's the best. We are so grateful that Jake created this amazing community. And you can also check out Left Behind, which was actually just featured in Loudwire. So have an amazing day. Check out the videos, hit subscribe, and share what you're going through in the comments, and we will encourage you. Mwah.
See you later. Let's go.